Have you ever stopped to think about how we really know what daily life was like, say, thousands of years ago? I mean, beyond the big stuff, the pyramids and cities, how do we get to the personal habits, the everyday things people did? It turns out history isn't always carved in stone. Sometimes the biggest secrets are hiding in really tiny, unexpected places. And today, we're diving deep into one of those incredible revelations. We're focusing on a, frankly, groundbreaking discovery about psychoactive plant use way back in ancient Southeast Asia.
And the source, this is the amazing part, is 4,000-year-old human teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. So our mission here is to unpack how scientists use some really cutting-edge tech.
A fantastic topic. And what's really compelling here is the specific substance involved, betel nut. Now, this is a stimulant. It gives a bit of a boost, alertness, energy, sometimes euphoria, even relaxation. And it has this incredibly long history in Southeast Asia, like thousands of years woven into the cultural, the social fabric. It's less common now, maybe, but historically, heavily used.
4,000 years. That's just staggering. And the thought that tiny traces locked away in someone's, dental plaque.
It really does feel like opening a kind of chemical time capsule, doesn't it? Okay, so let's break this down. The absolute core finding here is chemical evidence of betel nut chewing in teeth from
Key question, isn't it? How do you find these subtle traces from millennia ago, especially for something like chewing, which you might do daily? So the researchers zeroed in on hardened dental plaque, dental calculus.
That the dentist scrapes off.
Exactly, and it acts like a sort of miniature time capsule, trapping microscopic bits of food, bacteria, and, whatever else is in the mouth. Dr. Piao at Minkum, who led the study, pointed out they found plant derivatives right inside this calculus from the
4,000-year-old burial there. And here's the really crucial part. This method worked even when the usual signs, like the distinctive red staining on teeth from betel.
Nong Ratchawat, I mean.
Right, so the site itself, Nong Ratchawat, they've excavated, I think, over 150 burials there since around 2003. Quite a significant site. The team collected calculus samples, 36 of them, from 6 different individuals.
Okay.
Then, back in the lab, he gets really careful. They removed tiny, tiny amounts of this plaque and analyzed the chemical residues left inside. But crucially, to be absolutely sure,
They needed to confirm what they were seeing.
exactly, they actually replicated ancient chewing in the lab.
They ground up dried betel nut, mixed it with limestone paste. Piper beetle leaves the traditional ingredients, even added human saliva to mimic the whole quid preparation.
Huh.
Tech analysis actually reveal.
Well, the results were pretty striking. 3 of the archaeological samples, all from a molar belonging to just one person, designated burial 11. They contain traces of Arecoline and Arecaidine.
And those are
Those are the key organic compounds, the alkaloids, found naturally in betel nuts. They're the ones that have the known physiological effects, the stimulant properties, a bit like caffeine in coffee.
got it. So definitive proof in burial 11.
It strongly indicates betel nuts were being chewed in Thailand 4,000 years ago, yes.
Okay, but you mentioned earlier that regular chewing often stains teeth. If Burial 11 had these compounds, why weren't the teeth stained? Is there a twist here?
Cleaning their teeth afterwards, we don't know about.
Ancient mouthwash
Maybe. Or it could simply be the effect of 4,000 years buried in the ground. Maybe the stains just didn't preserve well. Post-mortem processes, you know.
So even with the chemical proof, there are still layers to figure out about the actual practice.
Absolutely. It highlights the nuances.
And what about this individual, burial 11? Since the traces were only found there, was this person special, maybe high status or something?
This is a good question. As of now, there's no obvious archaeological sign like super fancy grave goods suggesting burial 11 had a
Uniquely high status compared to others at the site. However, there were some grave goods, things like stone beads. There's subtle clues, perhaps, about who this person was, their identity, or...
So wrapping this up, thinking about the big takeaway from this deep dive, it really hammers home this idea of dental plaque as this, well, unexpected chemical time machine. It let researchers find definite 4,000-year-old proof of betel nut chewing in Thailand, even when the classic signs like tooth staining weren't there. The key insight isn't just what they found, but how they found it, proving that chemistry can unlock these ancient habits hidden from plain sight.
Exactly. And the implications are much
wider than just betel nut. This methodology, it's potentially transformative. Like Dr. Tushingham said, analyzing dental calculus can reveal behaviors that leave zero traditional archaeological.
It can revolutionize how we understand ancient lifeways, our relationship with plants. It really opens new windows into the deep history of human cultural practices. And connecting it to that broader perspective, Dr. Mooncombe made a really important point near the end. He said, understanding the cultural context of traditional plant use is a larger theme we want to amplify. He points out that plants we might label psychoactive, medicinal, ceremonial, they're often just dismissed as drugs, but they actually represent
millennia of cultural knowledge, spiritual practice, community identity.
That's a powerful reminder. It's not just about the substance, but the whole cultural meaning wrapped around it.